Hello, Crypto Growth fam. XDC network is the next big thing in finance. Why is that? We're going to be checking that out in this video. We're going to be making a case for that. Look at this. Staffis Crypto says that following its Binance.us listing, XDC is rumored to debut on Binance this week. Massive if true. Folks, this news is massive, but if you remember, we covered the team's view on exchange listings, and I stand firm to that opinion and perspective that the exchange listings, although they are important for short-term hype and price movement, but in the long haul, what XDC network is doing in terms of utility, in terms of providing services, changing global trade finance, payments, real-world asset tokenization sector, that those fundamentals are what intrigue me and interest me. Look at this tokenizer over here. Says last cycle tokens like hbar, qnt, xdc, xlm, xrp, algo, edc, which we cover, as you all know, the utility projects. People laughed at them. People called them the bankers coins, the coins that will go outdated soon. They are obsolete TradeFi rails. People said that they are no good, they are dino coins, the dinosaur coins. But look at this cycle, even though price movement, they are also a part of this game. Aside from fundamentals, the technicals are also aligning perfectly, folks. The price movement, the rallies, and according to Tokenizer, most of these are the biggest movers in the market so far, despite people laughing at them, talking them as saying that they are stable coins, they are no good. On top of this, they are aligning perfectly with regulations and tokenization. Talking about tokenization, we're going to be checking out a video on tokenization as well in a moment as to why XDC can be really huge in this sector. This is obviously no coincidence because institutions are now getting involved. The market is maturing. We are leaving the era of hype and memes. We are going towards the new era of finance, the new system, the new infrastructure. So these projects like XDC network, they are built for corporations and institutions. A new infrastructure is being built. Look at this, folks. Where is XDC? Yeah, look at this. Tokenized global trade finance, SBI, ITFA, RChex, you name it, folks. Securitized, let me show you over here. Where is it? Yeah, I think this was it. Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Securitize is already bringing real-world assets and tokenized treasuries to the XDC network. This infrastructure is designed for not billions, folks, trillions. And you know who is partnered with Securitize? BlackRock, folks. So XDC under $5 billion. I mean, this is really, really undervalued, depending on considering the partnerships, the use cases that it wants to provide. Look at this. USTY is one in a suite of tokenized securities set to be issued on the XDC network. This is securitized, by the way. Official. Bringing USTY to the XDC network establishes an unparalleled investment solution. This is a quotation from Chief Operating Officer of TradeTech, Nils Behling. A solution for both seasoned investors seeking portfolio diversification and newcomers looking for a stable investment opportunity. Furthermore, check this out, XDC Network aims to redefine traditional investment paradigms. If we stress over here, if we carefully read this out, it says that it aims to redefine traditional investment paradigms, not replacing it, redefining it, making it optimizing it, simultaneously offering investors a unique, low risk and cost efficient opportunity to diversify their portfolios. As you all know, that a good investment, if you do it, you have to invest when the prices are low and when everything is floating under the radar, floating under the glaciers, basically. So check this out. The XDC network supports a comprehensive ecosystem for real-world asset issuance and trading as well. Awesome. So, considering what's happening, XDC network can easily be called the next big thing in finance. Check this out. Trade finance plus R3 Corda interoperability. Check this out, the shared strengths of these projects, including XDC, faster cross-border payments, lower transaction costs, greater transparency, enhanced liquidity management. Talking about the ISO 20022 standards, they are redefining these standards. Not only do they stand up to par to these standards, but XDC is redefining finance. Check this out. Global adoption is inevitable, therefore more will be heard about these initiatives and projects as the migration process to the ISO 20022 standard progresses. Now, this is where the idea of the idea of the title comes from as well. The global adoption is inevitable, folks. It is here. We are seeing the signs. We are seeing the glimpses. Check this out. Institutional source review from official press releases by SBI Holdings, public documents by the TFD initiative, and verified updates on xdc.org, we discovered that XDC has become a cornerstone in digitizing global trade. XDC joins global trade leaders. Documents from the Trade Finance Distribution Initiative confirm that XDC is the first blockchain to join its network. Joining whom, folks? Joining major institutions. Now, look at the names over here that are involved. Names like Santander, ABN AMRO, and ING. This validates XDC's role in digitizing and distributing trade finance asset worth trillions, not even billions, folks. We're talking about the SBI partnership. As you all know, the banks, they're involved, and the expansion of XDC into Japan. As you all know, Japan is becoming a hub of digital assets. It is becoming the hub of this industry, and it is one of the most well-regulated areas in the world as well. Japan is really credible, folks. So when the government of Japan endorses something, and as you all know, SBI Holdings obviously has associations with the government of Japan as well. So if it is endorsing it directly or indirectly, it legitimizes a project, folks. We're talking about tokenizing real-world assets from TradeTech's official explainer and XDC's own educational pages. We verified that Trada, the first trade finance-backed NFT token, is powered by the XDC network. It is engineered for trade. It has real impact and real adoption. Institutional backing, real-world asset innovation, tokenizing global trade, optimized for trade settlement, global expansion and ecosystem, and sourced insights. Obviously, all of these are sourced. They are well researched pieces of writing. This is great. As far as the tokenization space is concerned, we're going to be looking this out. Larry Fink at BlackRock wants this next, the RWA tokenization. Although all of these projects are involved in it, XDC seems to be one of the leaders in the RWA narrative, folks. So let's check what Zach Humphreys over here has to offer. Before that, let's check this out as well. XDC has a chart note says that the partial decline in August, September before continuation back to 15 cents, folks. Soon we will kill that zero again and beyond, folks. So it is about time. XDC has been in an accumulation phase for a very long time. It is about time that it can go the distance, basically. Let's check what Mr. Zach has to offer. Check this out. XDC is copper. Okay.
The RWA space looking very, very interesting right now, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for being with me. And markets opening up here on Monday, looking very, very solid as well. It was a rough go at it this weekend. Prices dipped down heavily, and a lot of people were asking, what's going on? Is this the end of the road? And I think this is what the market does, right? It tries to shake you. It tries to break you. It tries to, break you down as much as it can and spit you back out and let the institutions basically accumulate. Well, congrats if you bought the dip on Saturday. Congrats if you didn't get shaked out. Congrats if you're still rocking here in the cryptocurrency market, because I believe that this market is starting to heat up slowly but surely. We're seeing a lot of information come out from treasury companies on Ethereum. That seems to be a massive move right now. The whole treasury companies with Bitcoin kind of got things started, and now people are looking at Ethereum as kind of the next big hedge. And the institutions are coming into Ethereum, but they're also coming into the RWA space, guys. This is a space where I am trying to front run big time. Okay, and we're talking about XRP, we're talking about XLM, we're talking about hbar, we're talking about Ondo Finance, we're talking about Algorand, we're talking about all of those top assets in that RWA sector right now, because this to me has the biggest opportunity to see fireworks when we get the Clarity Act through. Why do I know this, or why do I believe this? Well, my thesis begins and ends with BlackRock, guys. Begins and ends with Larry Fink. As soon as he got his wish, he got his Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. As soon as he got this wish, his attention and focus shifted directly to RWAs and tokenization. Now, we know BlackRock's working alongside Ondo Finance, which also has partnerships with Ripple as well. So if we look at that, we can just understand that the amount of money in terms of tokenizing U.S. treasuries and equities is going to bring into the market is absolutely absurd. There's a ton of news out there in terms of tokenizing real estate with XRP as well, not only in Dubai, but also globally now with the most recent news that just came out days ago. And I'm just looking at this entire sector as a way to really front run and get myself positioned before the institutions come in and drive things up much higher, right? So if I'm looking at XRP, XLM, hbar, these type of assets are bouncing the hardest today, and it's no secret, it's no surprise, guys. This is where the capital is going to be flowing. And if you're a retail investor like me, which we all are, right? We're all on the same playing field here when it comes to investing in crypto. Our best chance at victory right now is to front run the institutions. It's very simple, guys. This is a different market than 2021. A lot of people want to, point the finger and say, Zach, you're wrong. I got this low cap gem. I got this, I got that. You have to understand this about crypto, guys. Things change rapidly. The environment that we were in 2021 is completely different than the environment we are in now. We were driven by the retail investors back in 2021. Right now, we're driven by the institutions. And it is night and day compared to that market back then and the market now. And fundamentally, it's different just looking at where the macroeconomic side of things are sitting, right? Because if you look at back then, we had tons and tons of excess money being printed by the U.S. government. People had paychecks coming in. People had all of this money that they thought they really had, but they didn't. But they were able to invest, right? Interest rates were extremely low back then. That's not the case, right? People don't have excess money right now. They don't. And everybody wants to know where retail is. They've gotten flushed out. Two different big extraction events. You look at Pump.Fun and you look at the Trump coin. Those were extraction events. And you're wondering when retail? The fact of the matter is, it's going to be a while. We're going to have to see interest rates cut, I think, more than once in order to see retail come back into this game. And they will eventually. But why wait for that when we have a whole new thesis forming? And that is front running the institutions, guys. That is getting out ahead of where this big money's going. How did Bitcoin do what it did most recently? Coming up from 20,000 all the way up to 123,000. It did it because of ETFs and institutions like BlackRock, like Fidelity, etc. And when the Clarity Act gets through, what I'm trying to picture in my head is which assets are going to get ETFs first.
So folks, what do you guys think about XDC network, the utility projects, and do you think that the mass adoption is inevitable? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the links in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.